Within the International Climate Accord, first negotiated in 2015, countries throughout the globe agreed to cut greenhouse emission in an effort to limit global warming. Despite this, President Trump has argued that the agreement creates burdens on the American economy. He withdrew during his first term, but during former President Joe Biden's term in 2021, the US rejoined. In January, just 1 hour after taking office again, President Trump began the motion of withdrawing for a second time. The decision to withdraw has been both praised and criticized by communities of different political standing. In two communities at the University of Georgia, college Republicans and Young Democratic Socialists of America, the decision has had completely different reactions.
So I think that if their number one issue is that, well, what we need to do is we need to put more limitations on ourselves, I think that's the worst thing we can do. Instead, what we need is to lessen regulation, increase American energy. We need to unleash it. We need to drill, baby, drill.
Atkins believes that the withdrawal won't have any great effect and that the United States will pursue the policies it believes are beneficial to emission standards. While college Republicans clearly felt the withdrawal is going to be a good thing, YDSA had a different opinion.
I do acknowledge that environmental regulations can have a negative effect on the economy, but ultimately that's a short-term consideration for a much longer-term issue. Like long-term, having these protections and not being underwater is actually going to be great for the economy.
Barano believes that the United States could benefit from a stronger binding agreement. While he supports the effort, he thinks that the country needs the agreement to ultimately foster something greater. According to Potsdam Institute for Climate Impact Research, the US is second among the world's largest historical greenhouse gas emitters. The decision to withdraw comes after the hottest year on record.
The observations are very clear that climate is getting warmer around the globe. And it's not the same rate everywhere, but it's getting warmer consistently in every part of the world that we can measure.
Despite taking action to withdraw, the withdrawal takes up to 12 months, so the US won't formally leave the agreement until 2026.
There's cost to doing nothing and there's cost to doing something. And I think if you look at all the benefits and all the costs, doing the right thing, in other words, responding to climate change and trying to make changes that will reduce those impacts, is not entirely a negative cost.